appreciate your mom.
Exactly.
Your mom.
I know exactly what my mom went
I know.
Like.
I'm like, oh my God, this is karma.
Exactly. Because I tell them they're in elementary, and I tell them I have a path for you. I said, you're running for this office. You're gonna take this class. You're gonna do this grade, and don't come home without those grades. And I think as Filipinos, we can all relate to that. Our parents.
No, I completely agree. So actually, right now, right before we take a few minutes of a break, we would like to greet some people on Eagle Radio International. So
hi.
So yes, what do you guys want to say?
Our family from San Diego. Hello. In the Philippines. Hello.
The Philippines. I've never been to the Philippines.
You never?
So
Oh my
I have
God.
never been.
Oh,
Sarah, you want to
go.
say something?
Yes, I want to say something to our listeners. If you like us, please stay tuned again next week. We'll be on at the same time, right? Same time.
We hope.
International, you guys.
We'll take you somewhere else.
Perfect.
Learn more tips.
We'll be right back.
EBC, Eagle Broadcasting Corporation. Ito ang Radyo Agila. Nais niyo bang maunawaan ang mga isyong masalimuot, nasyonal man o panglokal? Ibig niyo bang malaman ang iba't ibang oportunidad sa negosyo at pangkabuhayan? Alam mo na ba ang pinakahuling balita at usap-usapan sa larangan ng sports? Ikaw ba ay may problemang legal? Narito na ang programang tutugon sa pangangailangan ng bayan upang makuha ang tamang impormasyon at kaalaman. Ito ang palatuntunang bawat panig ng mga usapin ay tatalakayin at bibigyang linaw. Narito na sila, ang Tropang Pista. Ang Tropang Pista.
Everyone, I'm Lynn Pence. We are Eagle Radio International, launching our pilot soft launch of To Each Her Own. We are broadcasting from Washington, D.C., and I am here with Rose and Renette, and via Google Hangout in Virginia is Sarah.
Hi there.
Hi.
So let's continue on with our topics. So what is your experiences with customer service? Tell me good, bad, middle ground. What is it?
Middle ground.
Middle ground? What do you do to relieve it? I mean, for me, sometimes I actually get kind of rude, especially on the phone, because I'm already, I'm irritated.
No,
I
you
want
told
to
them
figure
with
that.
kindness.
Right, I know. That's exactly what you guys told me
Yeah.
before.
It's
right?
different. When you're on the phone, it means you're already mad at something.
Right, yeah, because you want to fix the
Exactly,
problem,
yeah.
right? But when you're in person,
But
what
when
do
I'm
you
in
do?
person, I
Right.
always get good results.
Good results, right? The $50
Yes,
gift
the
card.
free ride.
$50
No
gift card.
charge, you're fine.
You're fine,
Sure.
freebies, right?
Yeah, or like, I will do it for you. Or you'll see. Talk to your
Sure,
manager.
exactly. Just be all nice
Please.
about it,
I
right?
know.
And Sarah, what are your experiences with that? Because
I you know what? I learned a great lesson from a friend of mine. Her name is Carla, and what she tells me is pick your battles. So you have to pick your battles. So you have to know when to be nice, and you have to know when to be stern. So I guess you just have to play it depending on the situation.
You with the waiter. You can't be mad. You can't be mad.
you can't
serve your food.
Right, exactly. When people serve your food, you have to be nice.
Yeah.
No matter how
No.
weird the service
service
can
is,
be,
yeah.
right? I know sometimes when my husband's in the military and I want to go, I want him to come back and meet me to the gate. He's active duty and they have that option to do that. And most of the time he can come back. But there was just one time this lady at the counter just didn't want to do it. So she had to print out this whole rules and regulations just to show us like, hey, you can't do that. And I was just like, really, lady? And like, this is this necessary? It was only going to be
have
a few
time
minutes.
to read all
He's
that.
showing your ID, and I think he was even in uniform that day.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was just terrible.
But that's great benefits for the military.
I know it
didn't
is,
even know
right?
that. That's
So, I mean, speaking of military, we're in Washington, D.C. Do you feel that it's tourist friendly?
It is in some parts.
Some parts,
yeah.
like what? Like
I think the district is more business
oriented.
You know, business
right?
oriented. They deal with a lot of business people. So
Right.
sometimes they can come across a little, brush off.
Brush off,
Yeah. Certain
right.
areas have touristy stuff.
Right, yeah. So
I know,
you
yeah.
I'm
You
relatively
can-
new, and I've seen all the museums.
Oh, you did.
Right, I did. I like
And
it.
it's
actually.
free. Everything is free.
Right, it
That's a
is,
good thing
right?
about it.
So Sarah, please tell us in Virginia, what is this Virginia for lovers? There's a big sign on our bridge over here.
A picture with that big sign.
Can you explain it to us, especially to people in the Philippines? They might not know exactly what that is.
Well, you know how these, they have the T-shirt, I love New York, but in Virginia, our moniker is Virginia is for lovers. And because we love the beach, we love the mountain, we love to be hospitable to people. I have a lot of people that come from different places, and they tell me when they come to Virginia, everyone is so nice because they say hello to them, they smile, they open the door. So,
and I'm from Dallas. I'm from Dallas.
Yeah.
Southern hospitality. I will tell you, in different parts of the country, it's totally different. California, we've all lived there, and it's just completely different, right?
Yep.
But when you have here, DC, and then New York,
oh my God,
right? It's just they don't want to take your picture. They run, go. Like, really? Like,
Yeah.
And it's weird because in Dallas, in Virginia, they open doors, right?
Oh, wow.
They say thank you.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing too. You don't even right?
see
They don't do that.
say thank you
Exactly.
anymore.
Like here in DC,
They
it's the way they word things.
Or when they
It's
cut
very
you,
weird.
then they cut you when you drive.
Driving.
I
oh my
usually go like
goodness.
this, just
Like-
to say thank you for letting me
Right,
in.
right. In
Now
Japan,
it's
you
like-
blink your hazards to
Hazard.
say thank you,
Oh,
right? What do you
wow.
do in Virginia? Do you always say please and thank you? I'm sure.
actually, we do. It just seems like everybody is very nice and pleasant here. I mean, maybe because we're Well, where I'm from, everybody is just easygoing. We don't really rush off anywhere. We just take our time, and it's a beautiful place. Everybody come down here for our next show next
The beach life,
Yes.
that's
And
true.
that-
Even
no,
though
that's
it's
the
East
reason-
Coast,
Yeah,
right?
that's not why California people are so laid back.
Laid back, right? But you
Yes.
don't know slow pace until you live in the
Until you
Midwest.
hear, yes.
No, actually, the Midwest. Like seriously, it is. If you move from the coast to the Midwest, it's completely different.
Oh,
So
someone
like, what
told
do we
me. I
do?
know. Someone told
we
me.
have no
you
beach.
just-
You just eat.
I know,
Right. You
Someone
just-
told me she's just watching all the temple.
Yes, yes.
It's coming right
Very
now. It's
flat line
coming.
here.
Yeah.
That's why I really appreciate the coast. I never grew up in the coast. I was always a Midwestern city Southern girl, and Dallas. Props to Dallas. So hi everyone in Dallas. And
Hello,
San Diego.
And I just want to let our listeners know here in Virginia Beach, Norfolk, the 7 cities called Hampton Roads, Tidewater. We have one of the largest population of Filipinos outside.
Oh,
Just
I
like
didn't know
it.
that.
We call it Filipino City.
Right. It's Little Manila.
Yeah.
Little Manila. I
It's
remember
because
that.
of the military, I guess.
I
right?
think so. Yeah.
I think so, but in one shopping center here around my house, we have like 4 different Filipino restaurants and stores in one shopping center.
I mean, so yeah, speaking of shopping, so my other discussion is basically tipping. So you might not do it so much with shopping, but what about like with eating or the salon or what car wash?
washing.
What are your experiences on tipping?
It depends.
It
If
depends.
I get
Okay,
good service, normally I do 20-25%.
Wow.
18
Wow.
food. 18.
Sarah,
Like
you
I
went
said,
coming from the southern part.
if you get a good service, if you get a good massage, if you get anything service. Yeah.
Right.
But food, of course, you do 18, 20 sometimes.
Wow, you guys
So-
are really good tippers.
No, sometimes I don't understand if it's required or it's an option.
Option,
If
right?
it's a party of 6
Because
or 6 now, it's
They
kinda like
kind
you
of
have
put that
to.
18%
Yeah, you have to.
already, 6
Yeah.
plus or more parties. I do
Yes,
remember
yes.
that. I actually like the fact in other countries such as Australia and Japan, no
No
tipping,
tipping.
but excellent, superb service.
Just like in the Philippines.
Right,
Like
it's the same
everybody in
way.
the Philippines, yeah. It's-
No,
no, the
certain parts, right? Or-
hospitality is very nice.
It is?
Like,
Okay, good.
yeah,
I've never been,
They
so.
open the door for you.
Uh-huh.
They say,
Yeah,
ma'am, sir.
or sir.
Yeah. Yes.
That's really good.
It's really good.
What is tipping like for you, Sarah, in Virginia?
Here in Virginia, pretty much about 20%, depending on the service. And basically that's standard. But speaking of great customer service outside the United States, the best place that I've been is for customer service is Brazil. And oh my gosh, very friendly people. They have great coffee in Brazil and chocolate. You wouldn't know. Three things I loved about Brazil is their chocolate, their coffee, and the shoes.
The beaches, I have to admit, are really nice. Right? That's where they find all the supermodels.
They're gonna have
beauties.
people.
The people are very beautiful.
They're
The
gonna have the
language is
Olympics
awesome.
there this summer.
They are actually.
Maybe Radio Agila could send us there. We can broadcast live from the Olympics.
Let's
Broadcast
broadcast live in Japan, right? Or even in Belgium. Actually, more in Japan when you don't tip, that's a good thing. But when you do tip, you add a little extra. They actually get offended. You know that? They get offended. They will run to you and say,
No tipping.
No,
Wow.
The only thing I remember when I went to Japan is when you eat
yes.
their food, they
Yes.
said that you kind of have to slurp.
Yep, because slurping is
It's a compliment to the
right.
chef.
Exactly. Exactly, right? I don't know if you do that. Maybe with soup, right?
For me, I was like,
slurp.
oh my god, you can go a little, easy
Yeah.
on that. Don't be too
Yeah.
loud. But then they're like, no,
Because the guy next to you is slurping so much. I remember in Japan, but it's actually a really good thing. It's compliments to the chef. Do you have any experiences with that, Sarah?
Okay, so this is funny experience. In Brazil, the waiter was coming to me and he said, "Tudo bom" means everything okay. And I gave him this signal. I said, "Everything is fine." And my sister's like, "No." I said, "What? Everything is fine."
Money?
No, I was saying everything was perfect, right? In Brazil, this is bad.
Oh, wow.
Don't do this. So it's like,
Actually mean like when you make this signal to
it's the middle part of your finger.
well
So, you put for our listener, you put your thumb and your index saying it's good, but in other countries, there's different gestures. This is not good in Brazil.
like this.
Dollar sign? No, this is not a dollar sign in Brazil.
Well, no, right. Thank you, Sarah, for that. Next time
So
we
we
go to
have
Brazil,
three
we will
fingers.
not do that. Right?
We're not doing that.
Right.
You're saying money.
Okay, yeah. So, speaking of just traveling and everything, we actually want to just say, stay tuned because our Vegas bureau will actually be broadcasting Eagle Radio International, and they are a fantastic group, and they have a great as well, and good shows out there for you guys. So please stay tuned for their bureau. And yeah, do we have any more greetings for people out there? Say hi.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
We miss you.
We love you.
Sarah, what do you want to say? Say something.
Oh, I just want to say you ladies look lovely, and if everybody wants to see how lovely you are, to stay tuned in Radio Agila and YouTube so they can see you.
Listen to us again.
Yes, that is perfect. So yes, once again, thank you guys. Thank you, ladies, for this
We enjoyed
perfect
this
discussion.
Yeah.
Sarah via Google Hangout in Virginia for joining us today.
Hopefully you
great.
can join us.
I
next
know.
time.
Join us next time.
Brazil. I'm just kidding.
In Japan.
Yes.
And we're Eagle Radio International, to each your own. And thank you so much, everyone. So stay tuned next week for our next episode.
Bye.
Thank you.
EBC, Eagle Broadcasting Corporation. Ito ang Radyo Agila.
Kumusta? Howdy? Minggala ba? Sabay di? Xin chào.
10 countries come together as one, building a better life and stronger economy for everyone. Learn about the culture and history of every region. Learn the importance of being an ASEAN citizen. Tune into ASEAN Hour. Sundays, 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Radyo Agila. Be connected to the world and help build a safe community for everyone. ASEAN Hour.
Eagle in Action. Programang tutugon sa hinaing ng taong bayan. Mag-uugnay sa mga kinauukulang ahensya ng pamahalaan at sa mga simpleng mamamayan. Eagle in Action.
Dito lang
sa Radyo Agila.
Hello, everyone. Or I should say, buongiorno a tutti. Welcome to our worldwide launch of Ego Radio International. I'm Christine Mariano, broadcasting from Washington, D.C., and in our How Not to Get Lost in Translation, Italian edition, Come non perdersi nella traduzione, edizione italiana, we're going to learn the very basics of the Italian language, such as greetings, introducing yourself, and directions. I'm sure for those of you who are aspiring to visit Italy someday, to take a vacation, or are simply interested in a new hobby, like learning a new language, this can come in really handy. So if you'd like to take notes, repeat, and follow along so you can learn the right pronunciation. Because learning a new language truly takes a lot of memorization and repetition, as well as repeating and pronouncing the words many times as you can, so that you can truly learn how to speak a certain language. So memorization, first of all, repeating the words, and pronunciation as well. If you'd like to take notes, as I said, or repeat along, if you're in the car right now, or if you're in school, or at work and you're taking a break, feel free to join while I'm saying these words and emphasize. Italian is a lot of emphasizing. They talk like with a lot of emphasis and exaggerate the words when you say them. So let's get started. The most common way to greet someone casually is ciao. Ciao means both hi and goodbye, and should only be used with people you know. Once again, ciao. Again, ciao, emphasizing the C and closing the O. Ciao. In a more formal way, we can greet someone by saying good morning, which is buongiorno. Again, buongiorno. If you notice, we are rolling the R's. Italians tend to roll the R's a lot. So once again, it's buongiorno. Good afternoon is buon pomeriggio. Good evening is buonasera. And good night is buonanotte. As we can notice, the word buon, which means good, is in all of these words. So by keeping that in mind, all you need to learn after are the different parts of the day. As we mentioned, giorno, day, pomeriggio, afternoon, sera, evening, and notte, nighttime. When speaking in Italian, words, as I said, are exaggerated and emphasized. So again, let's repeat. Buongiorno. Buon pomeriggio. Buonasera. And buonanotte. In Italian, O is O. A is A. I is E. And the letter E in English is E. So it's A, E, I, O, and then U, if we want to repeat those. U is U. When saying hello on the phone, we say pronto. So that's when we answer on the phone. And so our hello on the phone is pronto. Again, roll the R's, emphasizing the R and closing the O. Pronto. If you do use ciao with someone you just met for the first time, you can politely say ciao and introduce yourself first. For example, ciao, mi chiamo Christine. Hi, my name is Christine. Again, ciao, mi chiamo Christine, which means, hi, my name is Christine. When making friends, know how to ask, what's your name? Come ti chiami? Again, come ti chiami? In a formal way, when speaking to an elderly or someone you just met, you can say, come si chiama? Come si chiama? The answer would be, mi chiamo Christine. My name is Christine. And we follow up by asking, and you? Et tu? So, and you is et tu? We always conclude an introduction by saying piacere and giving our hand if we would like to, which means nice to meet you. Again, nice to meet you is piacere. When asking for directions, if, for example, you're in a cab or pointing at a map, or if you encounter anyone and you do really need some direction, you can ask help by initially saying, può aiutarmi? In a formal manner. Again, it's può aiutarmi? Can you help me? Again, può aiutarmi means, can you help me? And puoi aiutarmi means still, can you help me? But informally this time. So once again, può aiutarmi formally, and puoi aiutarmi informally. Now to ask where, we say dove. Again, where is dove. Where is dove sta? Again, dove sta? For example, if we are asking where's the bathroom, we say dove sta il bagno? Bathroom is bagno. Again, when we're asking where's a certain place, we say dove sta il bagno? But just like in English, we can abbreviate by saying dov'è il bagno? Where's the bathroom? So if we can see here, we abbreviated by saying, instead of saying where is the bathroom, we can also say where's the bathroom. Even in Italian, they have the same way of saying. For example, as I said, dove sta il bagno? Dov'è il bagno? Another key word when asking for directions, especially when you're in a cab or speaking to the front desk at your hotel, or even ordering at a restaurant. So I know this is very important for all of you that are listening, because once you get to your hotel, the first thing you want to do is check in, and you want to leave your bags there and find a cab and go to the best restaurant that's maybe around town, or a restaurant that is close by or nearby. So this is really key and important to know. So of course, as I said before, one thing you have to remember is, could you help me? Could you help me? Puoi aiutarmi? That's very important when asking for a favor or a direction. It is, as I said, one of the key word also for asking direction is vorrei, which means I would like. Again, And if you're going somewhere, the verb to go is andare. So, vorrei andare. So when you're in a cab, make sure to say vorrei, which once again means I would like to, and to go is andare. So I would like to go to is vorrei andare. Specify where you would like to go to. For example, all'hotel, which means to the hotel, and then you can say the name of your hotel. Or as another example, all'aeroporto, which means to the airport, or wherever you're headed to. So vorrei andare is key. Vorrei means I would like. So it's also something you can use at the restaurant. Because, for example, if you would like to order something at a restaurant, you would say, I would like a pizza. Can you show me the pizzas on the menu? So that would be, vorrei una pizza. Per piacere, potete farmi vedere cosa avete nel vostro menu? So that is just an example of how to say, this is what I would like, and what do you have in your menu? That's the way of saying it. Vorrei mangiare una pizza. I would like to have a pizza. Could you show me what's on your menu? That's probably like the best way to say it. And whenever you speak to someone, always be polite. For example, per favore means please. Again, it's per favore. Thank you is grazie. Again, it's grazie. Don't forget to roll your R's. And your welcome is prego. Again, your welcome is prego. Let's repeat. We need to always be polite. So, please is per favore. Thank you is grazie. And your welcome is prego. It is very important for you to use these words because we always want to be polite, especially when we're abroad. You don't know how people perceive us, and the way we speak to them is also very important. It truly shows how we are, and the way we respect them, they'll definitely respect us back, and they will help you in many ways. So make sure of that. These are some of the key words that we just have to learn. They're very basic, and if you did enjoy this, please stay tuned because, dear listeners, you're listening to How Not to Get Lost in Translation, and when we come back, we will go over the key words again that we've talked about in the first half of our segment.
EBC, Eagle Broadcasting Corporation. Ito ang Radyo Agila.
Radyo Agila is a proud member of the KBP, kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas. Time check, it's 11:44 in the evening.
Sa dami ng sakit na nararanasan ng mga tao ngayon, dumarami rin ang iba't ibang gamot na nagsusulputan. Pero, alam ba ninyo na may tinatawag na natural way of healing para sa iba't ibang sakit? Kung ano ito, alamin sa programang Basta Natural, dito sa Radyo Agila.
Benvenuti, or I should say welcome again to our worldwide launch of Eagle Radio International. This is Christine Mariano, and you're listening to How Not to Get Lost in Translation, Italian edition. So we're going over the very basics of Italian, as we've spoke about earlier. We're talking about greetings, as well as introducing yourself and directions, how to ask for directions. So if we would like to go over it again, today we've learned ciao, which means hi or also hello in a informal way. So again, it's ciao. We've learned buongiorno, which means good morning. Buon pomeriggio, good afternoon. Buonasera, good evening. And buonanotte, which means good night. Those are the very basics when it comes to greeting someone. We've also learned how to say, what's your name? And which we say, come ti chiami? Again, what's your name is come ti chiami? We answer, mi chiamo Christine. My name's Christine. E tu? E tu means, and you? What's your name? E tu? Come ti chiami? We have to keep in mind that when we're introducing ourselves, at the very end, we have to say, my pleasure, which is piacere. Again, it's piacere. Always emphasize the words, talk with emphasis when speaking Italian, and exaggerate the words. Again, it's piacere. We've also learned, can you help me? Puoi aiutarmi? Informally. And può aiutarmi? Formally. Again, this means, can you help me? Puoi aiutarmi? Or può aiutarmi? If we're asking for directions, we've learned also where is. So where, we say dove, and is sta. So we put those two words together, dove sta. And when we ask, we of course put the question mark at the end and we say, dove sta? For example, dove sta il bagno? Where is the bathroom? Or if we would like to make another example, is where is the drugstore, the nearest drugstore? Dove sta la farmacia? Now, drugstore is farmacia. Again, farmacia. Now, another keyword that we've talked about is the word vorrei. Vorrei means I would like. And if we are talking about direction and we would like to go somewhere, we say, I would like to go. So, vorrei andare. Andare means to go. So together again, we say, vorrei andare. I would like to go. Now, when using vorrei andare, there's a vast, there's just so many things you can say with vorrei andare, as well as vorrei. As we've mentioned earlier in our first part of the, when we were talking about ordering at a restaurant, when you would like to order something, but in this situation, we were talking about directions. So vorrei andare, for example, if you're in a cab, you can always ask when you're touring around Rome, for example, the best places to probably go to and visit are the Colosseum, which in Italian is Colosseo, Vatican City, or the Sistine Chapel, where they have one of the biggest museums in the world, is called Vaticano. again, is Vatican City, Vaticano, or the Fountain of Trevi, Fontana di Trevi. Again, it's Fontana di Trevi. And one of the most probably popular shopping places is Piazza di Spagna, around the outskirts of Piazza di Spagna. Now, Piazza di Spagna is Spanish Steps. Again, it's Piazza di Spagna, Spanish Steps. And for those of you who would like to even go to church, we say chiesa. Church is chiesa. So again, we can make an example by saying vorrei andare nel Vaticano, or vorrei andare al Colosseo. Now I know it's hard when it comes to putting an article in front of the word, but maybe we can go over that in the future. Now, if you would like to just say vorrei andare to this particular address, we say vorrei andare a questo indirizzo. Or you can directly say or show your address. If you have it on paper or if you can read it to them, that's great. So again, it's vorrei andare a questo indirizzo. I would like to go to this particular address. Now, if you're asking for directions, let's just say you are lost. Now, to say I'm lost, you say mi sono perso. Male. Mi sono persa. Female. So that the only difference is the O and the A. Perso, male. Persa, female. Mi sono perso. I'm lost. Now, the common basic places that we've already spoke about, and again, I'm going to remind you, is restaurant, ristorante. Again, it's ristorante. Airport, aeroporto. Aeroporto. Farmacia, which is drugstore. Again, farmacia. And if we would like to say coffee shop, now, coffee shop in Italian is called bar. So if you say, I would like to go to the nearest bar, that doesn't mean that they serve alcohol there. They do not. Bar in Italian means coffee shop. And they say bar, not bar. Just like, I will make a perfect example. We don't say buongiorno. It's buongiorno. Always emphasize the O's, roll the R's, and say it with conviction. And last but not least, hotel. Hotel, albergo. Those are the saying hotel. Hotel or albergo. So make sure you continue to memorize if you would like, and repeat. Practice on your own. Now, these things you can find it online if you would like to review with us. But if you've enjoyed this, make sure to keep on following us and listening to our radio station. Also, I really hope that these have helped you, and not only help, but I hope you've enjoyed it as well. So make sure to join us again next time for more. Also, as we said, this is called How Not to Get Lost in Translation, Come Non Perdersi nella Traduzione. And make sure that next time you can tune with us and other bureaus around the world on how not to get lost in translation in the many other different languages. Again, I'm Christine Mariano, and broadcasting from Washington, D.C., and you're listening to Eagle Radio International, and I am 1 with 25. Solo uno con 25.
And that was this night's edition of Radyo Agila International. And we had with us the Eagle News Bureau, Radyo Agila Bureau from Washington, D.C., comprised of Lynn Pence, Ronette Nolasco, Rose Angeles, and Sarah Nachman for the To Each Her Own segment. And for the Lawyer Up segment, that was Ms. Eliza Gonzalez Manlikmot and Kathleen Ramirez. For the Let's Pick Your Brain segment, it was Ace Ramirez and Minerva Navarro. And for our last part, How Not to Get Lost in Translation, Miss Christine Mariano. Once more. We hope that you would listen to us again tomorrow, same time, 10 in the evening till 12 in midnight here in the Philippines. This is Mark Francisco. I am 1 with 25.
Flies, one day soon I'll see, and I'll kiss away your tears. Promise me